feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. I'm Brad Berger, along with my co-host Dan Whedon. Our guest today is Nathan Mumm, Chief Information Officer of Elite Executive Services. We just had a fun and intriguing conversation with Nathan. To listen to the entire podcast, visit us at shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle or subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. We're always interested in your feedback, so please do not forget to rate us. You know, Nathan, one of the things that we discovered is you've got a fascinating background. How exactly is it that you got into what you're doing today?
How to get into technology. So again, in the podcast, there's a lot of information. It's a very long and explanation of essentially just being a kid that liked to work with Legos, like to build things. And since I wasn't very good at cars, when the computers came on out and personal computers came on out, I ended up moonlighting afternoons and evenings at an individual's house that built computers. And I learned how to do that for some side money.
Awesome.
Well, you know, again, like Nathan said, you got to listen to the whole podcast.
There's an interesting story there.
It's a great
CIA.
story. It's a great story. And something else we spend a lot of time talking about is how Nathan's company helps small and medium-sized businesses with the really important part of technology and security. Nathan, you have an efficiency review. I hope I said that correctly. An efficiency review that I think is a no lose for every business owner out there. Can you remind everybody who listened or should listen about what that is?
Absolutely. So our efficiency review is $1,500, and our guarantee is that we'll come on in and we'll be kind of the auditors that come on in and take a look at your accounting once a year, but we'll do an audit of your IT environment. So whether that's one or two people that are using IT services and a couple emails, all the way up to large corporations that have full integrated IT systems. We take a look at what you're currently doing, how you're doing it, and with our expertise of what we have in the industry of over 30 plus years, we'll guarantee you that we can save you $1,500 within the first year of following some of our efficiency review steps that we provide out of a 25-point inspection type facilitation that we do for you. And if not, then we'll give you the evaluation absolutely for free. But you come on in, we'll tell you what needs to be taken care of and how you can better run your IT environment for security, safety, efficiency, and effectiveness for your company.
So Nathan, you know, one of the things that I've learned as an entrepreneur with over 3 decades of experience is that you just sometimes don't know what you don't know. And I would imagine that among the trouble spots that you identify during your efficiency review, there are, probably, your top 5. But what do you think is the one thing that most entrepreneurs or business owners are unaware of with regard to IT, security, and efficiency?
Yeah. So most people are about doing their business, right? So however their business is, IT affects it, whether it's communication processes, email processes, automated processes. But what we find out a lot of times is that businesses, especially mid-sized businesses, as they grow, there's the occasion of having information that was once very highly private and held as confidential being shared in the organization, maybe with people that shouldn't be, and then even to competitors outside the organization. So it's really those trade secrets, those processes that people have in place that they developed and that have been successful with, and not having safeguards to protect from the inside out versus the outside in.
So Nathan, from the outside looking at us, somebody's saying, I got to talk to Nathan. I got to find out more about what they're doing. How would people get in touch with you?
So the easiest way is to send an email at hello@ee-services.com, and that's services plural.com. So that gets an email that sends out to all of my staff, and then we take that as an immediate response. So you get a good response taken care of from that. or you can visit our website at www.eeservices.com. And you can find out more about our company in itself. But you can always do the traditional way of picking up the phone. We like to talk to people also, and we have a Seattle and Everett office after we go back from COVID-19 work at home stay that we're currently in. But that number is 206-415-8750. But again, the best way probably in our communication way is to send an email. And if you want to get a hold of me personally, then my email is nathan@ee-services.com. You can always send me an email. I might not respond to you as quick as the hello@ee-services, but I'll still get back to you within a day.
Excellent. Well, once again, this is just a taste of what you can expect by listening to the entire podcast. Visit shrimptankpodcast.com/Seattle or subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. We'd love to hear from you, so please do not forget to rate us. We want to thank all of our shrimp peeler sponsors and you, our loyal listeners.
And if you're going to take the time to rate us, just give us a 5, right? Just raise it. We have great guests just like Nathan.
Or a 10, or depends on the scale.
It depends on the scale. Well, here's the deal, Brad. We're not back again until after Thanksgiving. We will come back, though. We wish everybody a great Thanksgiving holiday. We know that there's a lot more fun ahead for us. But for right now, that hay, it's in the barn.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.